I don't know, there's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
Ooh.
Give me the Bengals. Who did? Who did?
Yeah.
Don't take
Excited,
any.
Yeah, don't take any hate. If you're a coach of a football team, don't ever take any. Ever. It'll work out. Just ask Mario Cristobal.
Because Michael Penix is going to bring that big Penix energy.
Because I don't really know what Jason Garrett did. I think somebody just flushed the toilet down the hall.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear it flushing from
I was like, is it raining in here?
the basement.
The basement. Welcome to the basement.
for you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Basement. Cole, glad to have you back down here in our famous little brick room. Asim in the back, a little photographer, Reed McFeely, posted up with a film camera. If you hear a couple clicks and splashes, it's his old-ass camera putting in work. It's pretty awesome, though. But Cole, welcome back.
Glad to be back.
After an eventful weekend.
A lot of stuff happened.
I mean,
There was good things, there was bad things.
you just want to dive right into it?
Yeah, we could talk about it.
Take it away.
Not a great Sunday night. It was good for a little bit. I thought it was going to end a lot better. In overtime, I was thinking, man, what would it feel like to win the Super Bowl? What would it be like right now if we won the Super Bowl? That's what I was thinking about in my head. And then I was thinking about what would it be like if we were to lose the Super Bowl? And I'm like, I know that feeling. It happened to the same team 4 years ago. And yeah, that's what happened. Despair, devastation, just that hole in your gut. It's like,
You're right there.
yeah, like, man, we might never be back. What if we don't get back? This was our shot. Yeah, I kind of sat there for a while. And then, yeah, I kind of sat there for a while, just kind of staring off into space. Then I went in my room, shut the door.
Who'd you watch with in your dorm?
Well, actually, I didn't get to watch the first half of the game.
Really?
I was commentating softball.
Oh, how'd that go?
Which went well.
Good.
Actually went well. But that went till like 5:15. So I got back for the second half of the halftime show. So I missed all the Alicia Keys stuff.
Oh yeah.
I saw the end of that, and then I saw the second half, which was the much more eventful half anyway.
Yeah, it definitely started off funky. It was two early fumbles. I was like, two teams that don't make many mistakes. A Mahomes interception where I was like, that's uncharacteristic of him. He kind of threw a bad pass up. I think it was to Kelsey, but nothing. Nothing.
Who that is.
Oh, the return.
An appearance.
The return of Ethan.
Oh, hey.
He's
Howdy.
What's going on?
How are you, brother?
Good. How are you guys?
Hey, we're
Sorry
just-
for interrupting.
That's all right. We're just getting started. You might want to grab a chair or something if you want, or
You
take
can
a
sit
box.
on the floor. It's okay with me.
All good.
But yeah, I mean, it was just close the entire time. Nothing really happened. It wasn't a bad game, pretty defensive heavy game, but I mean, once it got to overtime, and the Niners kicked the field goal,
I knew. To be honest with you, I thought when we kicked the field goal in regulation in the fourth quarter, I thought it was over.
Yeah.
Because we gave Mahomes a minute 53. I was like, well, he's going to go down and score. That's way too much time. Because I was like, we need to go for it because we didn't it was a 3rd and 4 when we didn't block Chris Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm like, we got to go for this. Just go for it. And if we don't get it, we lose. But if we kick this field goal, we lose, which didn't end up happening somehow. But yeah, once we kicked the field in overtime, and I was like, but there was a few like key moments in that game where if it goes the other way, the Niners win easily.
That PAT doesn't get blocked.
Yep, that happened. The punt bouncing off the dude's leg.
Yep.
And then Ray McLeod not just falling on it, just jump on it.
Don't-
Why
yeah,
are you
don't
trying
pick
to
it
pick it up? Yeah. just
Well,
fall on
I
it.
think the most brutal part didn't even happen in a live play.
Oh, yeah. You want me to tell you my live reaction to the coin toss?
Oh, that's not even what I was talking about.
Oh, what were you talking about?
Dre Greenlaw.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't even get to see that. I came back.
Just
I got back and
hopping on the sideline, and then his Achilles just like gives out, and he collapses on the ground. Like that hurt me. I was like, oh, like he started off hot. He was flying around the first two drives. He was
laying the wood,
cracking
yeah.
people, And he was just so juiced, and I thought it was his knee at first. That's what I thought. I was like, he twisted his knee. It's done for. And then he was walking around, and I was like, oh, maybe he'll be get back. It just sucks.
Mm-hmm. He's their energy too.
But coin toss. Sorry.
Yeah, because we won the coin toss, and I was like, yes. And I'm like, all right, I got to go piss. And I go to the bathroom, and then I come back out, and then I see the kickoff, and then we're returning. I'm like, why the hell are we returning right now? And they're like, Jim Nantz and Romo's explanation was like, the defense is tired. They're trying to keep their defense fresh, which, okay, kind of makes sense, but also, dude, if you're tired now, like one more drive, like just go get a stop. And even if you don't, I want the ball last.
Yeah,
I don't want
100%.
Mahomes to have the ball last ever.
100%.
I thought it was the wrong move. And then all the stuff that came out about how nobody knew the overtime rules.
Yeah. Well, like I was even confused when the clock was running down.
Yeah, Romo was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. It's just almost like a first quarter or something.
Which I didn't even know that. I didn't. And the ref did say we're starting a whole new football game, which I like. Usually you don't even get to the end of the first overtime, so you don't even think about it. But I know the rules are different. Like they changed them this year because normally, you would want the ball first, normally, to go score the touchdown, and then it's it. Which is what it used to be.
No, it's been 2 years since we changed the rule. It's been
That's right, yeah.
Because
we haven't had an overtime Super Bowl and since the Falcons won or whatever, Patriots Falcons, and it's just funky. And if it's true that they didn't know, that's
lack of preparedness. Because who came out on the Chiefs and said that every single day in their meetings they talked about the overtime rules.
That's what you got to do. You got to be prepared.
Yeah, and that's why Andy Reid is one of the best coaches ever, and that's why Kyle Shanahan right now doesn't have a Super Bowl.
I do love me some Andy Reid. He's probably my favorite person on the Chiefs, to be honest.
Yeah, not Pacheco.
What about Kelsey pulling up on Andy Reid?
That was crazy.
I was kind of shocked.
Screaming at him.
Yeah, and even just kind of pushing him a little bit.
Is that the first? That's not even the first time that's happened this year. I don't think. Yeah, he does that all the time. That was like after the first drive too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right away.
Give me the ball.
my girl's in the box. But no, actually, you're right, Pacheco. It is cool to see Rashee Rice really become like a number. Not saying he's the number one wide receiver, but he's their best wide receiver. Yeah, and he's impressive.
By far their best wide receiver.
By far, and he's a nice compliment to Kelsey. I mean, Kelsey's their wide receiver one, but he's like in a season of receivers a season for the Chiefs that was unknown with receivers. He really came out on top. With that being said, Kadarius Toney's a Super Bowl champion.
2-time. He has more rings than Aaron Rodgers.
Best hands in the league. Best hands in the league. Healthy scratch.
That's crazy for the Super Bowl.
They weren't even like lying about it. They're like, we're good.
And remember last year, he made some big plays in the Super Bowl last year.
I remember when he was a rookie, I was like, this dude has the nastiest route running. And then you see like the end of those clips, and they're all just like,
yeah. Well, you got to think when the dude didn't he get traded in was it his second year he got traded
from the Giants?
Yeah,
Like
a guy that talented shouldn't be getting traded as a rookie or a second year guy.
Not at all. Where did he go to college?
Ole Miss.
Florida, I think.
Well, who am I thinking? Oh, Elijah Moore went to Ole Miss because they were the same class. He went to Florida?
Yeah, Gators. Oh. Pretty sure.
There's been a lot of good young receivers coming up. Jackson Smith-Njigba, Addison.
Yeah, and I think he was a little disappointing this year.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be. I mean, he's the third wide receiver.
I thought he would. I feel like people thought he would kind of like supplant Tyler Lockett.
There's no way.
But Tyler Lockett cannot be denied.
No, never. Tyler Lockett. I mean, Reed can attest. He's just a consistent 1,000 yard. I mean, just always just. Yeah. He's either he has the whole route tree. He's either going deep. He can run you everything.
Mr. Possession Catch.
100%. Never takes a hit. I've never seen that guy get hit in his entire career.
So you're like the 1-2 and then
goes down. Okay. Take care of yourself. Do you see the Mariners signed his brother?
Yeah, I did see that.
That's pretty cool. Nice little gesture.
And what was it? Him?
I mean, he's good, but
was it him talking about the Bears OC hire?
Yes, that was so funny. I don't know if you saw this. This is hilarious. It's an interview with Jackson Smith-Njigba, and he's like, "So, what are your thoughts on the Bears hiring your old OC?" And he's just kind of like, "He's like, is this live?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, he was nice having him around. He's just a good guy. They got a new OC." And that's like basically what he said. And then all Seahawks fans were like, "Thank you. Dude was dog ass."
What was his name? What's the guy's name?
Something with a W.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. I don't know why you would go hire the Seahawks OC.
I mean, they had like ranking wise, they were up there in
This
offenses.
year?
Last season,
Well, last season, yeah, that was. But I feel
Shane
like that's kind of
Waldron,
anomaly,
Shane Waldron.
though. Oh. But like Gino has never been that good.
That was his
Like
best year
that
by
was
far.
that was, and it's an anomaly for his career. But yeah, they were awesome that year. But they didn't reproduce that.
Well, we should get back on track. I don't know how we got to the Seahawks from your 49ers.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you can't count out the Chiefs. When we've talked about it, I wanted the Niners to win. This would be the year for them to do it, but just something in my gut told me you just can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. I bet against them with the Ravens, and I learned my lesson. One of my cousins texted me. He's like, who are you? Like, who do I got to bet on? Who am I putting my money on? And I said, I want the Niners to win so bad, but, man, if I was putting money down, it's got to be the Chiefs. They were even the dogs for a while. They were underdogs.
Yeah, I think they were like it might have been 1.5 or 1.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot, but
Yeah.
we're just getting. I was sitting watching the game at my grandparents' house in the same spot I watch all these Patriots Super Bowls, and I just saw Mahomes get the ball back, and I was just like, we've seen this. We've seen this story before. He's just going to do his thing. And it was a 4th and 2, and I look over at my buddy's dad, who's a big Niners fan, and I go, Steve, I just kind of think Mahomes is going to run this one. Like, it just seems like a moment where he's just going to, like, somehow pump fake 45 times and just, like, run for the first. And they pulled it.
Fake, yeah,
and he
the
did it.
read
What
option.
a good play call. It just,
Great play call.
And then something about that motion into the flat on the 2-yard line for a touchdown is just.
They always do
It's
that.
just like
They do it all the time.
undefeated.
Yeah.
The first touchdown, though, was sick. The double throw.
Jawan Jennings.
That
I
was-
thought, if the Niners won that game, I think he might have been the Super Bowl MVP.
Because he had caught one.
He caught one and he threw one, and he had like 4 or 5 catches.
He had a good game.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw, me and my buddy Smitty, as soon as we saw how far back he was when he caught it, we were like, double pass, and throws it back to McCaffrey. I wanted him to get a ring. Like, McCaffrey was who I was like, I really want this guy to get a ring. Watched him in Battle Oregon all those years back in college. And my buddy and his dad are Stanford fans, and his dad's a Niner fan, so we best of both worlds for him. I do feel for Kyle Shanahan, though, because he gets like the Shanahan coaching tree, but he can't win the Super Bowl. It's like, man, you can't deny his greatness, but something about the offenses did just look funky for both sides for the first half. But they figured it out as the game rolled on. It was weird. Where do you rank it in the past few Super Bowls? I know you didn't get to watch the first half, but
I mean, it's got to be like over the past, let's say the past 5. Like, I'm going to take it over maybe not last year's.
that was a shootout. Chiefs Eagles.
Yeah,
It was
I don't
like
know,
36.
but you take into account it's overtime.
It's true. I mean, the game was great. It was an overtime game. It was close the entire time.
It was just not a great first half.
Not a lot of big plays were made in the first half.
I'm taking it over the Rams-Bengals Super Bowl. I'm taking it over. What was the one the year before that? I'm taking it over Chiefs-Bucks because that was a blowout. And then this was a better Super Bowl than the Chiefs-Niners, the last Chiefs-Niners.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's either
one of the better
it's
ones.
one of the the last 2 years. It's either Eagles-Chiefs, Chiefs-Niners.
Yeah.
Over the last 5 years.
No, that's fair. I mean, it wasn't a bad Super Bowl at all. I was just curious what, as a Niner fan, what you were thinking there. I mean, it just Chiefs kingdom. They're just going to do their thing until someone... Did you see what their GM said at the parade today? He was like, we finally get to see what a down year looks like for the Chiefs. So
Rings.
Ring. I saw a debate. I saw it on Twitter. It says that Patrick Mahomes is closer to Tom Brady than LeBron James is to Michael Jordan.
Actually, no. It said... I'll tell you what it said. It said LeBron James... No, it said...
Michael
Mahomes.
Jordan.
Yeah.
It was back... Yeah.
It said, then Jordan is to LeBron. And I'm like, wait a second.
But either way, I think that's just no way that's
No,
true. There's no way.
He doesn't even have half the amount of rings that he does. But what I was going to ask you is, where do you have Mahomes all time now after his 3rd ring?
Like quarterbacks or just in general.
Quarterbacks.
I mean, with 3 and 5 years, he's 28 years old. The plays that throw he had to cross the field, I think in the first half was just a ridiculous throw.
Are you talking about? Was that the deep one that got him into That should have been a pick.
It was insane.
I saw that all over too. I don't know what Brown, the rookie safety, I don't know what he was looking at. It was like he stopped playing. Like the ball was in the air, and he was in perfect position, and then he just kind of starts looking around.
and just goes over his head.
What are you doing?
Well, so now he has 3. And how many quarterbacks have 3? Wasn't it safe?
So Brady, Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Troy Aikman, Mahomes, and I think that's it.
So 5. I mean, I think you put his skill with everything he's done already. I mean, I have no gripe with him being one of the top 5, obviously. And I think I was talking to Asim about this the other day. We bumped into each other going to Dutch Brothers. I was talking about how you look at, like, during the game, all, like, the stats. It's like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, the best since, and then it's Belichick, Brady. They're 15 playoff wins away from catching him. Obviously, he's 4 Super Bowls away, which is still crazy.
That's a crazy number, but 15 playoff games away too. That's a crazy number as well. Like,
which he would have to go to the Super Bowl. What, 3 games, 5 seasons in a row, and win every
you'd have to
one
be the 1 seed
every year. So
every
1
year,
seed, win the Super Bowl 5
more
times.
times.
So you catch Brady, beat him, then you get that's a lot. Not saying he can't do it.
I think Montana in his career has 16 playoff wins, so you'd have to get a Montana's career to catch. Yeah,
It's a lot.
But we all he's a 28 years old. Like we all think that it's very possible.
But does he play as long as Brady? Like it's like the LeBron longevity and Brady longevity. He could.
I think he can.
It's just crazy because no one else has done it at that level. But he's just so good that you can't not.
I mean,
say
does he even
do it.
need to play as long as Brady? Just because Brady played till he was 45. We'll say Mahomes plays 12 more years. Like he just won 2 in a row. They might win another one next year. Like who's to he could get 4 in 12. Hell, he could probably get 6 in 12 years. We don't know.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It just depends on how they keep the roster together
Right,
and all
and
that
then
kind of stuff.
Kelsey will be done in a few years.
Isn't it crazy him and Gronk are the same age?
Yeah, that's insane.
They're the same age.
Because Gronk's been retired for 3-4 years after the Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 years. That's insane.
And they're the same age. If he's just stayed healthy, God, that's just that was my guy. If he just stayed healthy,
but with his play style, I feel like you can't.
Yeah.
He's just running people over. Yeah.
If he did, there'd be no debate between the two. Their stats would be uncomparable. I'm biased with it, but like, they look at their stats. He's like 100 less catches, and he has like 20 more touchdowns than him.
Yeah. That one is crazy because
and like maybe 1,000 less yards.
No, it's more than that.
Is it more? Maybe. Okay.
I think it's like 3,000 less yards, 100 less catches, and then he has 107 touchdowns. Kelsey has 93, so 14 more touchdowns in less games. It is crazy, the touchdowns.
But he could get there. It depends on how long Andy Reid stays around too, because I read something where it was like Andy Reid's planning on coming back next year, and I was like, I didn't even know I didn't know it was really a question.
Yeah, he's only 65.
Yeah.
I say only 65, but like Belichick 72 this year, and he's still trying to coach.
Pete Carroll 72.
What if Belichick doesn't come? What if Andy Reid breaks the record before Belichick does?
I saw someone talking about if it's a question, if Andy Reid's going to retire in the next few years, Bill just steps on in and just fills
to
his
the
shoes.
Chiefs?
Yeah, and I was just like, that would be just the easiest. Just all right, I'll plug in here, let Mahomes do his thing, make the defense absurd, and we'll just keep on going.
That would be insane. That can't happen. It would be like the Warriors trying to trade for LeBron,
Which is apparently just like
what
very
happened.
like very like very prevalent trying to happen, which is nuts. Conversation for another day for sure. But I mean, I just growing up when I was younger, this jersey actually is a talking point for what I'm gonna say. I used to be not big hater, but like Westbrook, I would hate on as a Blazer fan. But as I've gotten older, it's like we gotta appreciate these guys while they're here.
Yeah,
it's
man,
like
they're almost out the door.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so like with Mahomes, it's like I didn't want him to win, but I don't hate the guy. It's like you got to give him his flowers. It's like come on, like we're watching one of the greatest football players to ever do it, and he's 28 years old.
Yeah, I think he might be. I might have him third right now.
I think top
quarterbacks.
3 is
right now. I'm taking Brady and Montana, and then Mahomes, which is insane. He's 28,
and I think that's totally. I think that's totally reasonable. Yeah. I don't think there is,
because I can't I feel like the next thing would be, all right, who would you take? Would you take Manning or Mahomes? I'm taking Mahomes. Mahomes just has already done more.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks alive.
Yeah.
He's already surpassed him.
Yeah, which is scary.
It is, and it's exciting but scary because we could be stuck in this Chiefs gauntlet for the next 5 years.
How do you
and who knows
stop
what
it?
happens?
I don't want that.
Well, no, I mean it's as a fan of a team that's in the same conference as them, it's brutal. I just was glad that in the early years he could never beat Brady. That's the only knock he has in the GOAT debate is that he can never beat him, and 40-year-old Tom Brady beat him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's the
But
only.
he played great. The problem is he played great. He was like the best thing about their team in that Super
for
Bowl.
sure,
Yeah.
for 100%. I mean that video of him throwing the ball, falling down.
Yeah.
I remember they tried to put that in Madden, and people were like, "I swear to God, if someone throws that pass in Madden, I'm throwing."
Everybody was
the controller
like,
through the
"It's
TV."
incomplete. It was an incomplete pass."
It's like, why are we even doing it? It was one of the greatest incompletions of all time, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm already excited to see. I just can't wait. I can't believe football's over. I can't believe it's done.
Yep, we gotta wait till September now.
What a great year, though. This is one of the most, I feel like, memorable seasons. Just so much stuff happened. It seemed like every week. And in the end, the Chiefs still figured it out.
Did it.
They still
after
did their thing.
Their worst season.
The year I thought the Ravens were I thought it was going to be Ravens Niners or Ravens Lions. I thought Lions had it. I thought Ravens, this is their season to do it. And we just got the good old, the huge.
Two best teams. I think we got the two best teams.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the best roster in the league with the 49ers, and then
The best
Chiefs.
the best team didn't win.
Best roster.
The best quarterback did. Best
How do you think
quarterback,
Brock
best
Purdy
coach.
played?
Good. I do think he played good. Like, he played well enough to win the game. He just didn't make the third down. I mean, Chris Jones came untouched.
Did he play well enough to win the game, or did he play well enough for them not to lose, quote unquote?
Well, I mean, what do you do? Because he had an open dude on when Chris Jones came untouched into his face on
He
that
had
third
him
down.
open.
And we didn't go for it on fourth, so we don't see, like, what if he makes a play there?
Yeah.
But that's not his decision.
It's
And
true.
then same thing in overtime. We kicked a field goal instead of 4th and 4. Let's see, like, win us the game,
Yeah.
Brock.
Yeah, that's fair. Would you have?
And
Were
we got to
you- were
remember,
you-
he's in his second year.
Yeah,
Like,
which
we're
is
judging
crazy.
him as if he's like a 10-year vet.
Yeah.
But this is his second season.
As the last pick in the draft.
He is. Think about Zach Wilson's in his third season, right?
Well,
They're like,
I guess it wasn't not his third or
I think it's his
Third?
third. I'm pretty sure.
because it wasn't. Yeah. Third or fourth. Either
Yeah,
way.
because Trey Lance is third. It
Okay,
was
the
the year
same-
before Purdy. Yeah.
It's crazy. Out of all those quarterbacks, Lance has just kind of fallen off the face of the earth. He's just the Cowboys' emergency quarterback now, and
Hell, he's probably better than Zach Wilson though.
yeah. And they have him below Cooper Rush, dog or no, yeah, Cooper Rush.
Yeah, they do. Which probably not next year. I'm thinking because I don't know why the Cowboys make that trade.
It was super odd.
Like, do you want him? Like, why do you want him? You have Dak, and then if you're not gonna put him above Cooper Rush, then why did you give up a pick for him?
Emergency.
It doesn't make any sense.
Emergency. Well then,
Emergency.
let's move on from the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Cole, that you couldn't witness your boys lock it down.
Yeah.
But there were some honors handed out the weekend before, I believe, were very.
I think it was the night before, was it? When was the honors?
I think.
Was it the weekend before?
During the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, so it was the weekend before.
Thursday night.
Let's go down the list and give our takes on them. If the internet will work down here. Let's start from the bottom. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson Jr., if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think he deserved it. How many sacks did he have? Does it say?
7 sacks. 10
Oh.
tackles for loss, 22 quarterback hits.
I think he
And he missed
deserved
2
it.
games with an ankle injury.
Yeah, I think he deserved it just because their team turned around, literally just flipped.
In
They
one
were
season.
and supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league, and then they make the playoffs, win a playoff game. So yeah, I think I don't know who else it would. I mean, it would go to.
It would be
Witherspoon
would be the other one in Seattle. That's
and
probably the only.
then Brian Branch, maybe.
Yeah, I tried. He was fun to watch, but I think they got this one right.
Yeah.
I don't think it was much of a debate. But then we go to his buddy, C.J. Stroud.
Yep.
Offensive
He
Rookie of the
deserved
Year.
it. Mhm.
Him or Puka. I think there's a valid argument for Puka. He set records. He was, a fun player, good to watch. Just did his thing. But what Stroud did this year was just
Yeah, he probably had the best rookie quarterback season of all time.
Yeah.
So
and led the team. Insane leadership as a rookie. Everyone believes in him.
Turned it around.
Again, a team that was supposed to be the worst, one of the
Yeah.
worst in the league, and blazing numbers.
Yeah.
Coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
With what they went through, all the injuries they had, and still finishing 11-5, and getting to where they were, I think.
Yeah, because who does it say who else was nominated? Because who else was there? Was one other guy that I was. Oh, D'Amico.
D'Amico.
Yeah,
Ryan,
D'Amico.
It was between them.
I thought they probably submitted the voting before the playoffs, right?
Probably.
They don't factor in because then the Texans kicked the shit out of the Browns in the playoffs. I think I would have went D'Amico Ryans, but no, I mean he's worthy, and that's his second one. I think
That's two. That's not many people do that.
Yeah, I think I would have definitely gone D'Amico, because
I'm not upset with him winning this. I think I would have voted D'Amico too, just because again, like the Browns had expectations,
Yeah.
right? And again, their roster
they have a really good roster.
Their roster did fall apart with Watson and Chubb going down.
Yeah, well, they weren't even. Hell, Watson wasn't even good when he played.
No, he had his best game was the game he got hurt, and
Yeah.
and that was it. And then Chubb, that injury, oh god, just terrible.
Horrible.
That's the second time he's done that. Not to the extent of his knee going
yeah.
90 degrees the other direction, but that
Second time he's hurt his knee.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's another solid one. Let's stick with the Browns. Comeback player of the year.
Yep.
Just something about Flacco. Just something about Flacco.
Elite Joe.
Just elite Joe. Just knows how to spin the rock. 39 years old, former Super Bowl MVP, coming off the couch, just slinging it, electrifying the league.
You think DeMar Hamlin deserved it?
I mean, I don't.
I don't think he played enough to. But then, do you remember Alex Smith won it?
But he played. He was
Yeah,
the
but
starting quarterback.
Not the whole year.
But he played.
DeMar played.
He did.
You know, he
Well,
got that fake
he
punt.
got that
in the
fake punt and
playoffs.
he got stuffed.
And got stuffed. And he was the reason they lost a game. He was the 12th man on the field during the Broncos game.
Not to laugh about it, but I think if he would have won it, I think it would have been a deserved award. I just don't want this to turn into another quarterback award. I've seen people talk about how they're worried that just it's another way to get a quarterback, just more recognition.
Because when was the last time a non-quarterbacks won?
The comeback player of the year. I know Gronk won it when he came back after injury.
Really?
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
I don't even remember that. Because who won it last year? Gino?
Gino won it
wasn't it?
last year.
NFL.
I kind of thought that Hamlin was going to win it. I thought
he was the odds-on
I thought
favorite.
that was set in stone, but the voters were like, nah, guess not.
No.
But while you look that up, let's keep running down.
Wait, what?
Well, I guess, wow, the Browns really, they took 3 this year, 3 awards. Myles Garrett, I didn't even realize they racked up 3 awards. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. He finally got it.
Yep. And maybe didn't deserve it.
Yeah, people were thinking that he got his, like, you were owed this. You should have won it.
It's kind of like the MVP, like in the NBA. It's kind of like the Kobe Bryant MVP. Like, he's had way better seasons, but it's like a legacy award almost.
Yeah.
It's like you're one of the best players in the league, and maybe the stats don't show it, but like you need one.
Yeah,
right?
and
you're talented enough.
So if not, it's TJ.
TJ, yeah.
I would agree with that.
But TJ,
he did miss
what
games.
factors in, like TJ won one already.
Recency bias with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if not TJ, Myles Garrett deserves one. It shouldn't be I hate when you get an award because you didn't get it before. You should be the best player that gets it. But Myles Garrett, I mean, dude's getting triple teamed all day, every day. So
it's been the last non-quarterback to win comeback player of the year was Keenan Allen in 2017.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been Flacco, Gino, Joe Burrow, Alex Smith, Tannehill, Andrew Luck.
Tannehill.
Yeah, remember because he was like written off because
the
Dolphins got rid of him and he was Mariota's backup.
That's right.
And then he turned it around in Tennessee.
Is right. Fair enough then, yeah.
Dude, Chad Pennington won it twice. Imagine winning comeback player of the year twice. That's insane.
Bum, really good. Bum again,
yeah.
really good. Fair enough.
I think he was always injured, so I mean that makes sense.
let's round these two off. Super Bowl players, Offensive Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey, MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Yep. They got it right.
Yeah.
I mean, CMC for sure, and then Lamar. I don't know who else it would go to.
I mean, I think if it wasn't
This year.
Lamar, it would have been Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, CMC.
So,
maybe.
I thought they could have gone either way probably. Because, I mean, McCaffrey had one of the best seasons for running back in a long time, just all around.
Mm-hmm.
But Lamar, his season was better than his last MVP season.
Was it?
That's, I mean, at a point is what people were saying that I don't know if numbers-wise he was,
I don't
but
think
like
it was.
team,
Numbers-wise, I don't think
Number-wise, it
so.
was not, for
Because
sure.
I think
But
he only threw like
team
24
success.
touchdowns this year.
Success for sure.
because that's usually what
Yeah,
encapsulates the
offensive play,
MVP.
though, too,
Yeah.
during the season. I mean, we beat the Lions by like 30. We beat the Niners. We just beat like big
Mhm.
teams, Seahawks, Niners. I just think
Yeah.
the
He just
offense-
always made the
there's
play
an
when you
offensive
needed it.
production that it went from this to having stick receivers and
The weapons are what got the team over the hump. Well, almost all the way over the hump. But yeah, that's it though. The season it's a wrap. The Super Bowl come and goes. The awards have been handed out, and it's time to the off season and look ahead to the draft. The biggest draft of my lifetime for my Patriots. Let's go. I can't be more excited. Third pick. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I think this is a wrap for us, just like the NFL season. Cole, do you have anything to leave us off with?
God. Just so many things. Just so many things coming to my mind. I really hope we're back. You know what? I hope the Niners are back. I'm going to call it. The Niners will be back in 2025.
Whoa. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time.